it's Jona, and this is my third time filming this video. But you know what they say, third time is a charm, so fingers crossed. The first time I filmed this, I was doing it as a tier list, you know, one of those tier list things that people do online, and I was doing every single Disney Plus original. So as you can imagine, that got very, very long. I think I filmed for like 30 minutes and didn't even get halfway. So I was like, yeah, this is not gonna work. So I pivoted, and then I spoke about just a few of them. But then when I showed it to my parents to see if they liked it, they thought that there wasn't enough detail in it. And so here I am, third try. But this time, this is it, I believe. Basically, I'm just going to be talking about a few Disney Plus movies, there's one movie in this, and shows that I have enjoyed somewhat recently, and why I've enjoyed them and why I think you should probably give them a go as well if you haven't already. The first show that I want to talk about is Animal Kingdom, the magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Season 2 recently came out and I was super excited because I definitely really enjoyed the first season, and season 2 I felt like took it up a notch. They showed some more like intense things. For example, someone sticking their entire arm up a butt. I think it was an elephant butt, okay, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that. But there is something in this for everyone. If you like seeing surgical procedures, that's a thing on this. If you like seeing really cute baby animals, that's a thing on this. If you like seeing animals get birthday cakes and treats, that's a thing on this. It's very educational and very fun. And every episode features a variety of different animals. So in any given episode, you could see, for example, a giraffe, a turtle, a frogfish, an okapi, and they jump from animal to animal with a story. Hold on. They like start with the giraffe, let's say, and then they'll go to Epcot, which is random because it's an Animal Kingdom show. They'll start at Animal Kingdom with the giraffe, go to Epcot, check in with the turtle, come back to the giraffe, and then talk about an okapi, and then go back to the turtle. But it's very well put together. It's not like, whoa, 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 you know. But it's really fun, especially if you're a Disney Parks fan and you visit Animal Kingdom, because you feel like you get to know these animals and their silly little personalities and even their names, which is really cool. Now, will I remember each animal's name when I see them at Animal Kingdom? Will I be able to identify them? Maybe not. But in my heart, I'm a fan of some of these animals. And I don't know, maybe some cast members would know like who starred in the episodes if you asked. So all in all, it's just a really fun show if you love animals, and even if you're not like a huge animal lover like me, it might turn you into a huge animal lover. For example, I love rhinos now. I think they're very cute, and before I just thought they were scary. That is the kind of way it's changing lives. Next, I have two food shows, Be Our Chef and Foodtastic. Be Our Chef is basically like a cooking competition show featuring, I don't know how many families, like 9 families maybe? Cooking at Epcot. I remember when they announced this, I was like, oh, I should sign up for this with my family. But we didn't, and I think they were looking for like younger children, not me being 26. It's very cute. These families compete with a different theme every week, and it's done in like a bracket style. So like 2 families will face off, and then another 2 families will face off, and then another 2, but then they'll face off against each other. Yes, there's probably a sports metaphor for this. And then eventually, like, the people with 3 wins move on to the finale. So, like, every team faces each other at least once. Did any of that make sense? I just confused myself so badly. But it was very cute and fun. And they had different challenges based on different Disney movies. Like Cinderella, somebody made a bread bowl look like the pumpkin carriage, which was really fun. There was one family that had this little girl, I think she was 3 or 4. And she wasn't the biggest help in the kitchen, but she was a big help for morale. She was so cute and so funny. I loved her. The only thing that I didn't absolutely love was the host. I really think Angela Kinsey is probably a very nice lady, and she's very talented on The Office. But there was something missing from her hosting that I desired. Like, I just kind of felt like she kind of lacked empathy. I don't know, I just think maybe with a different host it could have went from like good to great. Speaking of hosts, over on Foodtastic you have Keke Palmer, who I just think is one of the funniest people in the world. Have you seen her doing the Wired autocomplete interview? It's so funny. I love her. And she's really fun on this show. I think she had a lot of fun filming it. Every episode has a different theme, ranging from like Marvel and Pirates of the Caribbean to the Muppets and Pixar. And people create these elaborate sculptures and what do they call tableaus out of food, which is really foodtastic. And the set is so amazing, and like I feel like it had to have cost a lot of money, and I wish I could visit it. It's like practical, but also they have a giant screen that immerses you in whatever universe you're making the food from. It's really cool. You have to kind of see it for yourself. But these people make incredible things out of all sorts of different kinds of food, and Kiki gets to do these little skits based on the challenges. So at the beginning of the episode, the middle of the episode, and the end of the episode, you check in with Kiki, who is playing a character based on the theme of the episode. And I think she had a blast with that. I really do. I don't know if it necessarily adds anything to the show itself, but seeing her have fun makes me feel like I'm having fun. I haven't yet finished this. This is just one that I've recently started watching, but my favorite episode so far was probably the Beauty and the Beast one, simply because the Cogsworth sculpt was incredible. A short series that I think is really worth checking out is Baymax. I am a massive Big Hero 6 fan, and I have been since the moment I saw the movie. Unpopular opinion, I'm so excited for them to take Pacific Wharf at DCA and make it San Francisco. I think that's the best. And the Baymax short series was so beautiful. Like, it had everything in it. It made me feel very sad, it made me feel very happy, it made me feel very hopeful. It was just wonderful. Of course, with Baymax leading it, you're gonna get a whole range of wonderfulness. It's gonna be heartwarming, it's gonna be funny, and really I just hope there's more of it. I can't remember off the top of my head if we're getting like a season 2, but I would 100% watch a feature-length version of the Baymax series with all of the characters that they introduced and more. I just think Baymax is such a dynamic character for being like such a simple character. Not like simple, but like, you know what I mean? He's just like a white blob with 2 eyes and a line. But he just brings people together. I don't know, he's the best. What can I say? Baymax for president. Another animated thing that I think people don't talk about maybe as much as Baymax is Monsters at Work. I think there's a season 2, right? I don't know, I feel like it's been ages since it's been on. I watched it as it was premiering, and I feel like that was years ago. But I haven't talked about it here, and I just wanted to say that it was really fun and funny. I really liked the main monster. I kind of forget his name, like I said, it's been ages. I think it was like, I want to say TJ? But he was played by the guy who plays Jona in Superstore, which I think was just a brilliant thing to do. It's fun to see the new monsters, it's fun to check in with Mike and Sully, and overall it was just a really enjoyable series that a whole family could watch. A series that I think I've touched on my channel but I haven't really delved into is Big Shot. I really enjoy Big Shot, and I feel like it's not talked about enough, and that gives me fear. I'm scared that they're gonna cancel it for lack of hype. But it honestly deserves a lot more hype than it's given. I went into it because John Stamos was in it. That's the reason I started. And I'm sure that's the case for a lot of people that enjoy the show. But I stayed for everyone, not just John. It's a really fun series. It can be really dramatic at times, it can be very heartwarming, it can be very funny, and it's something that when it's airing, when the seasons come out, I look forward to every week. There's a really interesting dynamic between the character John Stamos plays and his daughter. It's not his real life daughter, he doesn't have a daughter. But like the girl that plays his daughter. The daughter-father dynamic is really good in this show. But all of the characters, all of the main girls on the basketball team that John Stamos' character coaches have really interesting backstories and interesting plots that they're going through. I'm not a big sports person, and sometimes movies and things that focus on sports can lose me, but I don't feel that way with this. Even when they have a basketball game, I'm not like, okay, let's wrap it up. You don't need to like know a lot about basketball to enjoy this show, let me just say. If you're worried that it's going to be one of those sports movies where you get a little bored and you don't really care and you don't know what's going on, you don't have to worry, because I'm enjoying it and I know absolutely nothing about basketball. Literally nothing. Okay, I know that you have to like put the ball in the hoop, but that's it. That is the extent of my knowledge. I'm not even sure how many points that gets you. So when you look at the poster for this, you see the basketball. Do not fear, it is much more than that. The one movie that I have on this list is Better Nate Than Ever, because I never talked about it. And I just want to say that it's a beautiful movie. Everyone in it is really talented. The music is fun. If you're a musical theater person, if you have ever been a musical theater person or a fan of the arts, this is for you. It's very just heartwarming. I just remember feeling like, oh my gosh, this is so sweet. And the music is fun. I don't know if I already said that, but the music's really fun. And at D23 Expo, they played some songs from it, which really surprised me, but I'm not complaining. I just think it's a great, easy watch. Like, the stakes aren't so high. It's not like Endgame. It's just like a fun, cozy watch for the whole family. And trust me, if you like theater, even just the teeniest of bits, you're gonna have fun watching this. And now it's time to bring down the tone a little bit and be sad. Rest in peace, Mysterious Benedict Society. Why, Disney? You know how everyone was really happy that Bob Iger came back? Well, Mysterious Benedict Society went away under his watch, and I will never forget. The Mysterious Benedict Society was, no longer is, a great original series on Disney+. It's based on novels that I never read, but I have since read the first, and it was fun, but not nearly as fun as the show. The show was a 10 out of 10. It was such a gem. I mean, you can still watch the first 2 seasons. It's not completely gone off Disney+. They're just not continuing it, which is a massive mistake. They ended the 2nd season on a cliffhanger, and that's not fair. Let me just say, the visuals, stunning. The acting, incredible. The storyline, engaging, thought-provoking. It was everything you could ask for and more. Can kids watch it? Sure, they'll have fun watching it. They'll like this character Kate that carries around a lot of stuff in a bucket. They'll want to dress like her. Cool. But can adults watch this and get a lot out of it? Absolutely. I feel like it's applicable to our world, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it because it's so fun to watch. But all you need to know is that it's so good. I'm still, honestly, I'm still mourning it. I'm still mourning the cancellation that was recently announced to us. I'm absolutely heartbroken that it will not be continuing. I just think everybody needs to watch it and then create a petition that we all sign. Just please, I'm so sad about it. Alright, we're going to talk about 2 Star Wars series, and I want you to guess right now which one I liked and which one I didn't. Obi-Wan and Andor. Put your guess in the comments. Which one did I like? Because I'm about to tell you in 3, that's a 2. In 3, 2, 1. Obi-Wan! I absolutely loved the Obi-Wan series. It was everything I could have wanted and more. It was everything I didn't even know I wanted. Going into it, did I expect to see little Leia? Absolutely not. When they introduced little Leia, did I think she would be in it as much as she was? Absolutely not. But boy, am I glad that she was. I thought that that was such a fantastic addition, and watching her with Obi-Wan was the best. Their dynamic, their banter, they were so funny together, and then it was just like, it was so perfect to me. And I really think that Carrie Fisher would have loved little Leia, and that makes my heart incredibly happy. I have a Lola droid down there, the little droid that little Leia has, and it's so cute. I loved that droid. I always love introducing new droids and new characters and new takes on characters that we thought we knew. It was just such a great adventure, and also so heartwarming, which I keep saying in this video, but like truly it was. It had funny moments, it had really intense moments. Of course, having Hayden Christensen back was just the best. Oh, it was so enjoyable. It was so good. And I need more. I desperately need more. It was far too short. My only complaint. And one episode was a little dark, like actually physically hard to see. Not like dark emotionally, although, oh, it was just so good. But then there was Andor. I am finding on the internet that people that really liked Obi-Wan didn't really like Andor. With a few exceptions, of course. And I don't know why that is. Maybe psychologists should do a study on this. I just couldn't. I tried and I could not get into Andor. There were a couple episodes that I really liked and a couple of characters that I really liked, like Cassian and Bix, and there were some good moments. But overall, it just didn't do it for me. It was a little too serious and intense, and like, I don't know, I like a little more levity in my stuff. I And so I just felt like it was just a little too like, oh, this is grim for me personally. But I fully respect people that really enjoyed it, and I'm happy for you. Like, my dad really enjoyed it. He was really looking forward to it every week, where I was just kind of like, oh, it's on today. Which I feel bad saying. I think it was really well done. It just wasn't for me. And last but not least, Willow. Willow is something that I didn't grow up with. I didn't grow up loving the movies. I think I only saw the movie like a couple years ago, probably during COVID times. So this wasn't like a nostalgic thing for me. But when I heard that they were doing this series, I was interested, and I thought it looked kind of fun from the silly little promo video they made with Warwick and the cast. First of all, Warwick's hilarious. They put out a behind-the-scenes special about the making of Willow, and it was so funny. I really recommend after you watch the series, of course. And I feel like the cast is definitely very close, and I think that comes across on screen, which is super cool. And overall, I really enjoyed the series. I think I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. Here's the thing. My issue with the Willow series is that it doesn't know what it wants to be. At least it comes across that way. There are a lot of tone shifts in it, not just like episode to episode, but like within each episode. It can be really intense, it can be really comedic, it can be really like Lord of the Rings, it can be really like, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know what it is because it doesn't know what it is. It's very like this with the tone shifts, which ended up being a little jarring at times. And also there were episodes that like I really enjoyed and I liked what it was, but then episodes that I really could have done without and I would have rather been on my phone. It was just always something different, which can be a good thing, but I think for this, it was just confusing. So my hope for season 2, which I'm assuming they have, I'm pretty sure they have, is that it just finds what it wants to be and sticks to it. Because I think it has a lot of potential and a lot of really great cast members and a lot of really great stories and character arcs, instead of swerving all over the place and making me dizzy. But there were some really great elements to it. Things I really loved about it. The way that Warwick Davis says, Elora Danan, makes me so happy, and I go around saying that all the time. Kit and Jade's relationship, this isn't really a spoiler because it's pretty evident from the beginning, which is great that I can say that it was evident and not just like a hidden, implied thing. That was really cool to see, especially on Disney. I really liked, I call him Flash because he's in Spider-Man and he plays Flash there. Graydon, I really liked Graydon, that's his name in this. And I think the best thing about it is probably the character dynamics together as a group. It's a great group adventure. So those are some Disney Plus things that I think you should check out if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you think of these different things. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. And I love you all. Stay beautiful, you people. Bye!